On October 28th, the world of combat sports is set to witness a momentous event as the reigning heavyweight boxing champion Tyson Fury and the former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou go head-to-head in a highly anticipated showdown. The stage for this electrifying encounter will be Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It's not just any contest, it's a boxing match that will unfold within the confines of the squared ring, adhering to the well-established rules of the boxing realm. Get your front row seat ready because this is more than just a battle. It's an epic encounter that will leave a mark on the world of sports. Tyson Fury, Manchester, England, was the birthplace of a legend in the making. Standing tall at a towering 6 feet 9 inches, he boasts a commanding physical presence and an unbreakable spirit within the boxing ring. We're in for a roller coaster ride as we follow Fury's path to greatness. Zooming back to 2008, Fury explodes onto the professional boxing scene with a record that reads like a dream, undefeated and gathering fans like a magnet. His footwork is slick, his hands are quicker than lightning, and his agility defies the laws of physics for someone his size. It's a unique combination that hooks fans, coupled with his infectious charisma. The real turning point arrived in 2015. Remember Vladimir Klitschko, the undefeated heavyweight champion who had a nearly decade-long reign? Fury enters the scene like a hurricane and dethrones this seemingly invincible force. In the first few rounds, Tyson sets the pace and his plan to defeat his opponent. He circles around the ring, using momentum to close the gap and get in some strikes, while also avoiding Klitschko's counters. When the brawl further progressed, Tyson kept his movement, confusing Klitschko with his changing styles and tactics, and broke his rhythm. By the 8 to 10 rounds, Klitschko was becoming impatient and more aggressive and was looking to get himself back in the game. However, Tyson maintained his strategy and stayed in movement and avoided any hard hitters from his opponent. And then, finally, by the 12th, it seemed Klitschko was desperate and wanted to go in for a knockout. Tyson saw through his plan and kept being mobile and survived. And in the end, the decision went to the judges and Tyson came out victorious. It's a legendary upset that not only crowns him a champion, but cements his status as one of the fiercest fighters of his generation. Though life isn't always sunshine and rainbows, Fury battles inner demons and mental health challenges, plunging into darkness threatening to eclipse his brilliance. The boxing world holds its breath, fearing the loss of a once-in-a-lifetime talent. Yet from this abyss emerges a remarkable resurgence. Shedding over 100 pounds and conquering his mental struggles, Fury returns stronger than ever. It's a tale of resilience that practically defies belief. Remember the unforgettable clash with Deontay Wilder in 2018? An instant classic. Fury's lion-hearted spirit shines as he rises from the canvas in the 12th round, securing a controversial draw. Fast forward to 2020 and the rematch leaves no doubts. Fury dominates Wilder in a masterclass performance, claiming the WBC Heavyweight Championship. But the Fury saga doesn't stop there. He stacks up wins like there's no tomorrow. Wilder tasted defeat again in a stunning KO. It was a very anticipated rematch between the two. In the first few rounds, both of them were studying each other, planning their strategy, with Fury more on the active side and landing some jabs. When the fight further progressed, Fury showcased his impressive defense and movement to blunt the strikes landed by Wilder. In the third, Wilder was able to land a huge hit on Tyson, which momentarily staggered him and gained back his control, showcasing Tyson's immense willpower. Moving forward, Tyson was getting aggressive and landing blows left and right to Wilder, who had no chance but to be outboxed. Wilder was slowly losing his rhythm. In the next rounds, Tyson was putting him against the ropes and continuing his aggression and landing blows. Wilder was struggling to find a response with his aggression. In the 7th round, it was a pivotal moment where Tyson landed a dirty right hook, which sent Wilder across the canvas. However, he was able to beat the count and get back up, although he was clearly struggling and fatigued. Fury, while maintaining his control, made the mistake of hitting behind Wilder during a clinch, which made the referee deduct a point from Tyson. Further ahead, Tyson maintained his cool and tactics, not allowing Wilder to cut his points and kept him on his toes. He landed a few jabs here and there, which ultimately became too much for Wilder, and by the 10th round, Wilder gave up the towel, signaling the end of the fight, and was considered to be a TKO. But this was not the end for Tyson's list of heavyweights he put to the ground and titles to his name. The Gypsy King was just getting started. After each win, he was aiming for bigger and bigger targets. It was the dawn of his prime days, where he was becoming a legacy figure in the boxing world. Many boxers were brave enough to tame this beast, but all fell short on the floor, giving Tyson the wins he deserved, such as the likes of Dillon White, who fell with a TKO, and even Derek Chisora got a taste of Fury's fury. Yet the journey isn't over. The Gypsy King is set on another British rival, Anthony Joshua, in a battle that could redefine the heavyweight division. Francis Ngannou. Let's shift gears to the world of MMA, where Francis the Predator Ngannou reigns as a true force of nature. His story is a testament to the unyielding spirit of a genuine fighter. Stay tuned for more jaw-dropping tales. Born on September 5, 1986, in the modest village of Bati, Cameroon, Ngannou's early life was marked by challenges and difficulties. Growing up in poverty, he toiled in sand mines, breaking rocks under the blazing African sun just to make ends meet. Little did the world realize that these grueling circumstances would shape him into an unparalleled powerhouse of resilience. The turning point arrived in 2013 when Ngannou made a pivotal choice to chase his dreams of becoming a professional fighter. He uprooted his life and ventured to Paris, France, beginning a journey that would push his physical and mental boundaries. Ngannou swiftly established his reputation in the local MMA scene, possessing an unrefined, raw power at his core. However, in the UFC, Ngannou truly burst onto the international scene. Debuting in December 2015, he wasted no time making a resounding entrance with his thunderous knockout victories. His sheer punching force became a spectacle, frequently sending opponents tumbling dramatically to the mat. Ngannou's meteoric rise continued, culminating in a title chance against the legendary Stipe Miocic in January 2018. While he fell short in his first attempt for the heavyweight belt, he showed the world his great potential. Ngannou's raw strength and lightning-fast strikes left an indelible mark, confirming his future greatness. Ngannou, undeterred by setbacks, refocused his efforts and went on an uncompromising path of domination. He crushed opponents with almost supernatural violence, leaving a trail of defeated opponents in his wake. His knockout triumphs became legendary stories, inspiring spectators and fellow fighters alike to admire his incredible power. Finally, the long-anticipated moment arrived in March 2021. Ngannou squared off against Stipe Miocic once more, this time with the UFC heavyweight title hanging in the balance. In a blazing showcase of skill and aggression, when looking at the fight itself, both fighters were cautious in the first few rounds. Ngannou seemed composed and patient, with his takedown defense at work against Miocic, using his wrestling and clinch work to put Francis against the cage. In the second and final round, Ngannou started to up his game and connected punches that were starting to give real damage to his opponent. It was at this point that the game seems to be in Ngannou's favor, and so it was that he unleashed a devastating left hook that sent Miocic crashing to the canvas, crowning him as the new UFC heavyweight champion. Fight analysis. It seems like many folks out there are taking this upcoming fight as a bit of a joke, and even boxing legend Carl Froch is in that camp.
The game changer, the big game changer. What's his name? Ngannou. Tyson Fury against Ngannou. So a crossover fight, boxing, MMA. It's a load of rubbish. It's a load of rubbish. You've been talking ages about, game changer, the game changer, it's going to be brilliant.
He believes Tyson Fury must prove himself with a real fight before anything else. In fact, he's not even convinced that the Gypsy King has done enough to earn a spot in the Boxing Hall of Fame. Honestly, he might have a point. It looks like this match could tarnish his legacy, especially considering he's sidestepping actual bouts against Anthony Joshua and Oleksandr Usyk. But let's be real, shouldn't he be in the ring with Usyk right now? Instead, he's opting for a UFC fighter with zero boxing experience, all while his WBC title won't even be up for grabs in this crossover event. Adding to the mix, Fury seems super confident, even claiming he could knock out the Predator after a night at the pub. So why bother with an easy win when monumental fights await him? And why is Fury entertaining a boxer's debut from an MMA fighter instead of vying for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world? Maybe he just got inspired by Jake Paul. Heck, even Stipe Miocic, who faced Ngannou twice, doesn't think the Predator has a shot against the WBC heavyweight champion. So when Miocic claims that the Predator doesn't stand a chance against Fury, it's not a stretch to believe him. He's not the only one saying it either. Even UFC star Paddy Pimblett predicts Fury will secure another win for his undefeated record. Yeah, Ngannou might pack a punch, but when it comes to boxing, he's got zero experience. Zilch, nada. This isn't the octagon after all. Even if the WBC title isn't on the line, Ngannou should probably think twice before aiming for that boxing title shot. And truth be told, Pimblett's suggesting that Ngannou might be biting off more than he can chew, especially since nobody's managed to bring down the Brit. It's worth mulling over. Fury's a towering 6'9" force who can leverage his size, keep opponents at bay, and jab their heads off. Fighting styles. In world boxing, your fist does the talking. Every champion has their own style and intuition that separates them from the rest. When we look at our two fighters, both come from different worlds. Fury's known for unpredictability in movements, even for a heavyweight class. His unorthodox style of momentum allows him to break the rhythm of his opponents. They get confused and open their guards for him to take full advantage of. He's swift and can easily slip past punches, with his guard stances always up for a counterblow. Due to his towering height, he has range which allows him to easily land blows and set up chain. Fury also often clinches with his opponents. He tries them out and uses his body weight and large figure against them, sapping their energy. His style involves incredible movement, shifts and punches requires tons of stamina. Lucky for him, he's got tons. Stamina is crucial to his style, which allows him to tire his heavyweight opponents and use this to his advantage. Many heavyweights cannot keep up with the changes in the pace and the tactics he brings to the ring, and often either become exhausted or simply get KO'd for their lack of adaptability. One of Fury's trademarks is shifting between orthodox and southpaw. This switch hitting makes him a massive control in the ring as he gets to hit in different angles, and opponents are often left guessing and have to come up with a strategy that won't let them get in trouble. Such is the dominance of the Gypsy King. Now let's put Ngannou's style under the microscope. He comes from the world of martial arts and made his debut in the world of boxing. Francis is known for his incredible knockouts. His immense striking punches make him a lethal weapon and dangerous foe in the heavyweight division. Due to his Muay Thai influence, he's able to use a combination of knees and kicks to keep his opponents guessing in the ring. What makes him a formidable fighter is his aggressiveness. He's able to push and pressure into his opponents, allowing him to give devastating blows and strikes, which mostly lead to knockouts. While he may be aggressive, his counter-striking abilities are often on par. He's able to quickly capitalize on opponents' mistakes and return with power shots when they overcommit. If Ngannou loses this bout, he can have good fights against other heavyweights in the future, but will Fury ever face Usyk or AJ? For that, we have to wait and see for ourselves. That's a wrap for today. Make sure to like and subscribe to keep up to date on the fighting world. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.